Ladies and gentlemen, the sun has now found its home in the western sky, and it is Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, home of the LSU Tigers, one of the great venues in college football. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for a big play downfield. It's complete. A huge pickup. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open. Who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. And the Tigers will hustle to the line. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
The noise level is relentless here on second down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
When you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's just it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
On the move. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. First down here for the offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. The BYU Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, a running game.
Don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Barnes.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Quarterback checking the play. They move the tight end all over. Just when they're looking run, now up top. He'll pull it down and run. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations that really makes you very predictable.
Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert third and short. The give to the back. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. Quarterback keeps it. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And those 4th and 3, 4th and 4 situations are really tough. Is it a passing situation? Is it a running situation? I really got to see my keys, go get it. Defense was just a step slow. They give up the 4th down run.
Hands it off. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Going up top on first down. They're setting up the screen. Powers through. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barnes. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. On the move. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
2nd and goal for the offense. Slams it ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown LSU!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That is his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle and he would have hit that thing. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. Right back to the well. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Clemson jumps to the line. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. There is nothing to gain by kicking it away in this area of the field around midfield, going for it the wise move. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll let one go down the right side. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
Now the play fake. It's complete to the right. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Yeah, and some quarterbacks just read your mail. And Palmer, it looked like he read blitz all the way and knew his answer.
Yeah, David, you could tell this guy spent a lot of time studying film leading up to this game. They knew this defense was going to try to pressure him, so you want to know where your answers are against the blitz, and he found it there, dumping it off to his back.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Running behind that left side. Got some room in to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown LSU.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there getting set.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Right back to the well. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They've got him looking wide, but they're going to throw it. Fires to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Graham. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
You see it so much in college football where they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Fakes the grab. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. Clemson is quick to the line. Trying to find his man on first down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one. You got to see that, got to understand that they're trying to take away this guy. There's a reason they're trying to take him away. What else can I do now to take advantage of that defense?
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Going for 6. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Touchdown, BYU Bengals. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
Dude, you're just thinking hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
A run for the quarterback. He's into the end zone, and what a way to end the half. A touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and that's how we'll go to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Tigers will kick it away to crank up the second half. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense.
They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to move it through the air. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those big boys that could get after the quarterback, that played relentless. Those guys really set the tone and set the foundation for Clemson and big-time success.
I don't think the defense was expecting a run on that play. Second and forever. They were all dropping back into coverage. They got gashed.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Wide receiver shows motion. On third down, he drops to throw. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 4th down, going to the air. Fires on the move. Makes a grab enough for the first. Oh, look out! Touchdown, Tigers! And the pummeling has started. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
This guy is so dangerous because of his speed. He can take the top off the defense, and he did it right there on the post. Great arm talent, getting to throw out in front of him. It didn't matter how many DBs they had deep on that one. I don't think they could have stopped it.
And the point after is good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Still on his feet at the 45. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. And their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He wants to go deep. Got it inside the 10. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive
play has him set up. Clemson jumps to the line. The give. And he's knocked down.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. Look for this all.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Wants to go up top. They're trying to get to it. And the defense gets to him and snuffs out the two, and they will draw no closer here. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Clemson, 13.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The BយុBengals will run the offense out onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They'll go to the ground. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. They'll try to run for it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
This is hardly a surprise. After converting their first 2 fourth-down attempts, they'll try it again. Just going to keep it after the snap. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Man, listen, we know this QB wants to take off. Fourth down, go time, got to make a play. Defense locked in, dialed in, got to him, got him on the ground, didn't let him get to the sticks.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They go right back to him. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
Number 8, with the carry.
Here comes the 2-point try. Here's the snap, looking to throw.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
19.
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down for this offense. Going with the ground game left. At the 20, he's got space. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter.
LSU 29, Clemson 19.
First down to start the drive after the break. Give to the running back. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are sprawling, and I say country sprawling. If they put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Floating away. Firing to the right, complete. A couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. A designed run for the quarterback. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
The offense will stay on the field and go for it on fourth down. 2 for 3 so far in this one. They'll try to pick up the first. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. At the 45 on his way. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Might as well give it to him again. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given them a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Now on second down, they want to keep moving forward and keep that clock churning. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Crosses the 30, he's got away. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the first down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing he's 3rd and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll get rid of it. He's got him, and they convert. This defense